Wonder Twins powers activate.
Can I be the one that turns into animals?
No, you're the water one. Or a gas. Because that's just water in the air.
Animals are better.
Hello everyone, welcome to Comic Connections. I'm Sid, this is Pete, and this is This Week in Comics, where what we do is we look at this week's comics, yeah?
This week.
That's it.
Stay tuned.
My first pick this week, something that's near and dear to my heart.
It's a good one.
Spider-Man Life Story. So it's a 6-issue Spider-Man miniseries written by Chip Zdarsky, hot off his run on Spectacular Spider-Man, currently killing it on Daredevil.
Yeah.
He's just been doing some good books, Marvel 2 and 1.
Yeah.
That was him. Yeah, well done, Chip, if that's your real name. Don't know if it is or not.
I hope so.
Yeah, be good if it was.
Who's the art by?
Well, the art's by Mark Bagley, who that's not always the great result it used to be. He has turned into kind of a bit of a John Romita. He'll get stuff out on time.
Okay.
Is it great? It can be. And this looks like it can be. But the idea of this is a Spider-Man who ages in real time. So it starts off in the 60s, 1962. He's a 15-year-old lad who's just been bitten by a spider. You know his origin. And by the end of it, he's going to be an old bugger, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe he'll die.
How many issues is it?
6.
6.
Okay, so we talked about a good Spider-Man book.
We did.
Also out this week, which we're not looking at right now, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Right.
Venom.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man City of War.
Is this
So-
based on the game?
It is, based on the PS4
Excellent.
game. So, unfortunately, that is Marvel releasing 5 Spider-Man titles in the same
That's a
week,
lot.
which isn't the best way of launching 2 new 6-issue miniseries.
No.
I think they could have gapped that a bit better. We had a similar situation with Ant-Man Wasp last year.
God, remember that? Those
No.
days.
But you know what? Hot off the back of Spider-Geddon, the PS4 was really, really good. So I've heard.
If only someone had bought you for Christmas.
Yep.
Could play it.
So they're continuing the story of that continuity Spider-Man in his own 6-issue miniseries called City at War.
Oh yeah, it's got all those guys in it that you fight in the game. You'd know if you played it.
Yep. Yes, I would.
Good game. If you like the game, get the comic.
If you like Spider-Geddon, get the comic.
Just get the comic.
Yeah. Out of the two, which one do I prefer? I think I'm more excited about Life Story.
I think so. That's
but,
fair.
you know, once I've read them, maybe my opinion will differ.
Stay
Who
tuned
knows?
For a future episode, he'll tell you.
I probably won't, though.
No.
Getting a bit indie now as we look at a new Firefly.
Hey!
Hang on, I hear you say, didn't we just have a Firefly?
Hang on. Didn't we just have a Firefly?
Yes, we've had 4 issues, Pete, and that's supposed to be an ongoing, so why have we got this?
Yeah, why have we got this?
I thought you were going to repeat the whole thing.
Oh, no.
Right, cool. It's just a one-shot. It's based on, do you remember the character of Mal Reynolds' wife? She showed
No,
up
I
out the
didn't
blue
watch it.
and went, hello, I'm your wife. Right, okay, well, he had a wife in the book. Really good episode. Really, yeah, worth discussing in depth with someone who's seen it.
Yeah.
You didn't never watch Firefly?
tried, I
You
didn't.
saw Serenity, though.
No. Sorry, guys.
But you probably did. And I bought you that box set for Christmas that time, eh?
didn't.
No, but I'm trying to, because of the Spider-Man. Yeah,
That actually
call
happened.
back. Firefly, out this week.
We've spoken about the first part of this, but Teen Titans is
Teen
crossing
Titans.
over with Deathstroke, and part 2 of that crossover is out this week in Teen Titans issue 28. And I had the prelude, didn't we, in Deathstroke a couple of weeks ago?
We did, yeah. We kind of jumped the gun on that because we talked about that and was like really excited about the start of the Terminus Agenda. And actually, it just turned out to be like 2 pages at the back.
Yeah, little sting on
And,
the
and
last
20
page.
pages of stuff that I didn't understand, so I sort of just flicked through. So, but this is the start of the story proper.
Part 1.
Yeah, we're 10 issues now into Adam Glass's Titans run, if you include specials and
Yep.
annuals, and it's all been really, really good.
Really
so yeah, it's one of my favourite DC books. I probably prefer it to Super Sons.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a really
yeah.
good book.
I mean, it's no Young Justice, but it's
Oh,
certainly competitive.
Yeah. If you're not checking out Teen Titans and you're wondering where's a good point to jump on, give this a bash. See how you get on.
Just going to mention Captain Marvel because
Yeah,
it's at the
popular.
cinema and it's making lots of money. One of the best openings for a Marvel movie ever.
Excellent.
I don't think it's quite going to do Black Panther levels or Infinity War levels. Nothing's going to do Infinity War levels except Endgame.
Endgame
maybe.
probably will. Yeah.
Be nice, wouldn't it? What if it does less?
Weird.
Not our problem though.
Not a problem.
I'm not Kevin
Well, there's
Feige.
only half the people going to be able to see it
Mm,
because of what Thanos did.
that's true. It's half an audience.
Yeah.
So it'll make half the money.
Screwed that up, haven't they?
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah. Captain Marvel. issue 3, issues 1 and 2 are still available. Not second prints either.
Hey.
We ordered enough.
Nice.
So if you want to get on board, you still can. Okay, my last hot pick of the week. It's been an odd sort of week because there's quite a lot of books in, but no kind of big jumping on points. It's just kind of like, oh wow, Batman 67.
Everything's just carrying on.
And DC, of course, aren't releasing loads and loads of new stuff at the minute. Last month was quiet for them, but good stuff. Whereas Marvel are just releasing hundreds of books, and it's burning some people out.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So it's quite nice to take a break from the superhero stuff and look at Farmhand issue 6.
It's been a while.
We have mentioned this on the video many times before. Image tend to... They kind of get the first 5 issues out, and then they'll release a graphic novel, have a bit of a breather, let the creative team catch up, and then once the graphic novel's sat on the shelf, the next issue comes out. Isn't that good?
Good idea.
So if you've already read 1 to 5 and you want to jump onto the single issues, this is where you do it with issue 6. We've got release dates scheduled for the next 5 issues. They're going to all ship on time, and then it will once again take a break, release a graphic novel, and then issue 11.
That's clever.
It's clever.
I like that.
Nice one, Image. Changing the way comics work.
I salute you.
I thumbs up. Okay. He salutes. So nice one. And Farmhand is just a great book. It's absolutely one of my favourites. It does very well in this store. So if you're not on Farmhand, why not? Leave a comment below, or don't. Up to you.
I know a lot of you kids like the idea of playing Call of Duty and Battlefield and things like that, but you shouldn't because it's violent. But you have got a shooter that is good for you, and that's Plants vs Zombies. Not only is there games, there's hardback comics.
And they're really good value for money. So that hardback with a complete original story is just £9.
That's a bargain.
It is a bargain, isn't it?
Not only have you got plants, not only have you got zombies, you've got dinosaurs.
So Plants vs Zombies vs Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I love a bit of dinosaurs.
Cool.
I
He
like
does.
Video games. And maybe I should read this.
Maybe you should.
I won't. But
Okay.
you kids definitely should.
It's actually our second best-selling brand graphic novel in store. So the only book that's outselling Plants vs Zombies at the minute is Batman. And that's just because there's oodles of Batman. But yeah, even Spider-Man doesn't quite reach the Plants vs Zombies level.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, come in and check them out. There's lots of different ones available, and well done for being an obscure book that sells.
Good on you.
Okay, so the next graphic novel pick of the week is a bit of an oldie goldie. It's BPRD Plague of Frogs Volume 1. So what we've done is we've made sure we have a good stock of Hellboy and BPRD graphic novels ready for this weekend's Hellboy Day. What is Hellboy Day? Well, it's a bit like Free Comic Book Day if there was only 1 or 2 books available. So yeah, it is hyper-specific. It is just Hellboy books. But because we're good, we've got 2 different Hellboy books. Most shops are only going to have 1, but we got some left over from Halloween. We've got Hellblazer. They're free on Saturday, so come in store on this Saturday for Hellboy Day. And buy a graphic novel and support us while you're in store.
New film coming out, so if you want to get in before that, learn about Hellboy, that's the way to do it.
Hellboy
Day.
So that's it for another week. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back next week when we talk about what comics are new that week.
Perfect, I'll be there.
Yeah, so that week in comics next week, where it'll be called This Week in Comics.
I've got it.
Thanks.
See you then.